was a teenage pup and I had my first dark dream. I witnessed something that I've never witnessed before. It was a vision about stepping it even more up with this YouTube channel, yes. I'm not talking about the solo live streams where I teach you guys all the tricks in the book, no. What I just created is an advanced, superior, secret, incredible system where I bring airbrushes together and reunite them and battle it out for once and for all. Who is the best? I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, the live airbrush battle will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I cannot do this anymore. I have to hold for this shit. Goddamn. Well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for yet another live battle between W. Leon and BrushStrokez. Gentlemen, say some clever words, please.
Some clever words.
Do you know what 2 + 2 - 1 is?
Good, very good. Alright. Pigment splatter in the building. Chica chichilla in the building. Yeah.
Hello everybody, thanks for joining.
Yes.
Welcome.
Clue is Lion Club a view. Alright. The levels are modified. Modified. Unleash the airbrush crackers. Let's go, guys. Alright, you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready. Player one.
Bam. Live airbrush battle activated. Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten those seatbelts because this could be a hell of a trip. Introducing W. Leon versus BrushStrokez. Counter set to 2 hours. Live airbrush battle starts in 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Time to battle. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle has begun.
Hold on.
Yes.
Turn off your Pornhub. You're streaming the wrong thing.
Oh, forgot about that. BrushStrokez is already doing.
All right, I guess we're ready to paint. Ready to paint. Make a airbrush work. It'd be a lovely day. I'm gonna probably have to. It would be a lovely day. But my airbrush is acting weird.
Now you can see all the screw ups I did prepping this.
Oh, I see what you've done.
Excuse me.
You are using that stencil.
Sharp lines.
Stencil.
The reference is missing. Oh yeah, thanks, Pigment Splatter. 1, 2, 3. Kabam! Lock.
Alright, that one's dead, for sure.
Chicken saying BrushStrokez, you are motoring already. Motoring.
Just sit it down, see how the other one's set. Go ahead, get started, BrushStrokez. I'll catch up.
Battle is on.
I had to throw an airbrush at my dartboard, man. Give me a minute.
Salute Hendrix is saying, good evening, fellas. This is exciting. It is indeed. I need to get myself some
Popcorn? You eat popcorn over there in Neverland?
Neverland.
No, Netherlands.
Oh, I thought you said Neverland from Michael Jackson.
I did, the Neverland. Isn't that where you live, the Neverland?
No, but I don't want to live in the land of Michael Jackson. I ain't about that life, brother.
Ain't about that life, huh? Alright, maybe I'll get an airbrush going here. I'll do something. Alright.
Ooh, the Olympus, eh? Once again.
Yeah. I have to do some rebuild, man. 5 years of beating up on these have really started taking its toll on some of my airbrushes. And yes, I have more than one, but
BrushStrokez.
I've never bought anything for this Olympus. I've never changed a needle. I've never done anything to it except use it.
See that.
Speaking all that foreign languages nobody understands.
It's Chinese mixed with alien. That's the best way to.
It's Dutch. Nobody speaks
Come on,
Dutch.
man. Don't hate on the Dutch. We make the best cheese in human history.
You make good cheese. Is that what the Dutch does?
Apparently, yeah. We're known for that.
And shoes, wooden shoes.
Yeah. Windmills. Amsterdam. Pigment splatter saying, what we chuck and paint out. What we chuck and paint out of this week.
It's in the way.
What we chuck and paint out of this week, guys. I don't know how to say that properly.
The usual.
Where is everybody?
What are we slinging paint out of?
Oh,
I got my
Creoles!
I actually got an Iwata that I'll be using too. Loaded up with some things.
As soon as I can quit spending my money on things like groceries and stuff, I'm gonna pick up a couple of brushes.
The sound of airbrushes. Best sound in the world.
I'm just doing a representational painting today. I'm just kind of get close to something that resembles something that almost looks like a picture.
Wise words, brother. Wise words.
Where's all our people today?
We got Cheeky, Pigment Splatter, Charlotte Hendriksen. It is.
Cheeky? Cheeky? Hi, Cheeky. I'm Cat Black. It's nice to meet you.
Up to now, this is closed. Pigment Splatter is saying. I agree.
Well, I see he got him a stencil going out there today. He had him a stencil.
Just for the eye, the center of that eye. Which I wish I wouldn't have. As you can see, my paint peeled everywhere.
Was that because of the graphite?
Probably. I overworked that surface trying to fix it all.
Chicken Chinchilla saying, hi Bill, you still haven't mastered my accent yet. Chinny is saying, what's up? Both
What's up, Chin?
both of you looking cool. Happy Father's Day. Is it Father's Day? Jesus Christ, could you not say that earlier?
Yeah, it's Father's Day. And my son's here visiting me. And I'm over here painting.
I kicked my daughter out.
Kicked your daughter out.
Happy Father's Day.
I sent her off with my mom. Yeah, happy Father's Day to you, Bill, everybody. All
Like,
of it.
happy Father's Day. Y'all
Yeah, it's out
and
there.
go shopping.
Father's Day.
We'll go get you some socks or something.
I didn't even know.
Right?
Suzanne Rosier zegt, is een hoi Kanje. Hey oma, dit is de tweede ronde. En leuk dat je er bent. So it is Father's Day today. God, I didn't know.
Hey, Chinny, are you Chinny's airbrushing and vinyl lettering?
Chinny is saying, that's me!
Oh, snap.
Is she a legend?
I follow you on Facebook and I like your stuff. Saw you.
I know Christians. Hello you two. What kind of paper are you painting on and what kind OG tape do Zabo las yours?
I am painting on Paris Slate, and I'm using whatever paints I happen to have in the gun. I think I'm using illustration right this second. Great illustration this second.
I'm on UPO with illustration.
Welcome to the stream, I know. And enjoy the show. It is all live. Wow. Incredible. Ginny is saying, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. W. Leon, is that the Gerald and Mendes stencil you got there in your left hand, brother?
Yeah, that's actually the Gerald Mendez stencil in my left hand.
Stencil.
Texture stencil, brother. Texture stencil. I'm just making up.
Airbrush is for.
I'm making up all of it. This one. I definitely not prepared for these two battles.
Excuses once again.
Oh, I don't need excuses. I just tell the truth.
Mickey's in the house.
Damn, that compressor is a beast. Charlotte is saying BrushStrokez. What did you do for prepping since the previous battle?
Well, I done screwed this thing up. I lost some of my details and lines, so I put my Sorrel back down and my copy here, and I filled in some of the areas that I washed out with color, but I wasn't paying attention. I put my palm right in the middle of my eye and smeared the Sorrel all over this eyeball. So I had charcoal all over the eye, and you can still see it up close. You can kind of see it in the camera on the feed all in here, but I had to use a lot of elbow grease and get all that out of there. I actually thought of something. I was like, what could get that stuff off of here? So I used some coconut oil. I actually put it on there softly, and it was actually pulling the charcoal off without taking the paint off. And then before that, I was using some water and got too aggressive. As you can see, I got washed some of the paint away there.
So, in other words, you've been working on your painting all week.
I've been applying no paint. It was prep work. Yeah, so actually I did spend a lot more time than I planned on. More than the 5 minutes to lay in a couple little details that I washed out. So I screwed it up more than anything. And then I stenciled this in and cut myself some spots.
Wow. His story is a lot more interesting than my story.
Peeled all my paint on all my tape marks, or I taped it down. So I don't know if I'm going to be using Yupo very much anymore.
Yeah, I had that same problem every time with the Yupo paper. That's why I want to change from Yupo to a different kind of paper though, because of that.
You know, I like Yupo. Yupo is too easy to damage the paint when it's on the surface.
Yeah, I did that a whole bunch. You learn. Yeah.
Yeah, not a UFO guy.
What? You are using the Translate paper, right? Nope.
Yeah, I'm using TerraSlate.
TerraSlate.
You know, and it's funny because, like, I won't use UFO, but then I'll use aluminum composite panels, which are easy to damage the surface too, but at least when I'm done with a piece of aluminum composite, I mean, I got a substantial, you know, what was I saying? It's a substantial picture.
All right, let's the chat. Charlotte is saying, did you heard about the coconut trick before?
No, I just was trying to think. I tried water and it wasn't really coming off. And I thought, what could I use could like capture the graphite, like grab it. I I thought it'd need to be something thick or oily. I was thinking like baby oil, so I looked around for just some oil, and I guess I use coconut oil for a lot of stuff, so had it laying around, saw it, and I actually sprayed out on a different piece of Yupo, like a scrap piece, and I actually used these colors, and I tried it on, and then I smeared graphite all over it, and I tried it on that first before I did it on this, and it just worked, so.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you got problems with the Sorol transfer paper, just buy yourself a bottle of coconut oil.
Yeah, I was telling him, hey, he actually texted me and showed me what he did to his picture, and I was like, yeah. I said, you got to make sure, even if it says wax free.
I even
I've had a bunch of Sorol.
I even took it and rubbed it on a regular piece of paper to get some of the crap off of it, and that's the same piece I used to lay out my initial design the first time too. So I thought maybe I got enough of that crap off that one happened, and then, like I said, I wasn't paying attention either, and I put my my palm right in the middle of it while I was doing some of this on the side here. So that was my fault too. So.
Whoa, I know it's I have the same problem with Yupo paper. Well, join the group, brother. Join the group. Airbrushing by Nick is saying, oi, custard. Chicken Chinchilla is saying, True Blair paper is the best, so forgiving. Never used that paper.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Really expensive. And if you only paint like 5 paintings a year or something, I guess you can afford it.
The burn. Chinny is saying, damn Wi-Fi keeps flickering. Got storm over here. Where do you live, Chinny? There was a day over here that it was so windy that people just flew over the streets. That was the most fun thing I've ever seen in my life. Too soon. 10 minutes remaining.
10 minutes remaining. I'm good.
Oh, Chinny's living in Lorain, Ohio, about 2 miles from Lake Erie. I don't know where the hell that is, but I believe it. Ohio.
That's where Mouth of Madness was, Ohio.
Pigment Splatter saying, I ain't got Wi-Fi, I'm on limited mobile signal. Shit, is that not expensive, brother? You need to get yourself some Wi-Fi, bro. Chicken Chinchilla saying, yes, it is very expensive paper. Luckily I found some paper that is very similar. Please let us know what paper that is.
Yes.
Spread the knowledge. Picking speed, 20 gigs.
Yeah, I just don't really follow those trends on what the hot new product is anymore.
Airbrushing by Nick is saying, good detail, Leon, but Strokes' eye is juicier looking.
Oh, I need to fix it.
Yeah, I got a bit of work to do on the eye portion, but I'm going to get in here and try to get some background stuff done. I got to pull this back to my hair. I keep getting in my way.
Chica Ginchella saying, I would help, but someone got it for me and I don't know what it's called. I'll find out as I need more.
Super special secret sauce.
It seems like that. Yes. Where's BrushStrokez? BrushStrokez!
He's left the building.
Hello there.
My whole family done abandoned me.
That ain't good, brother. That ain't good.
No, I thought they was gonna come in here and watch people paint, but
What is that, W. Leon? Do tell.
fiberglass eraser. Debating on whether I'm going to paint it in or if I'm going to use the eraser. But in a couple spots, I know I'm going to use the eraser.
Gotcha. For the texture ring. Charlotte is saying, and what did you do last week, W. Leon?
What did I do last week? Painted a wolf, a tiger, started a skull last night, matched up some bag covers for a motorcycle, and then I have my students, so I got a bunch of girls in a summer camp that teach art and also take care of, and went to the Tennessee State History Museum. And then I was wore out. So I didn't do as much painting as I normally do, but I did a lot of stuff. So we made some cool stuff, school art for this class, working on a big mural in chalk outside the classroom, bunch of underwater scene stuff. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
So yeah, that's all I did.
That sounds like a lot.
That's all I did last week.
Did you make more YouTube videos also?
I got one out, that Galactic Tiger one. Or actually, I think I did the Galactic Tiger and the Wolf all this week, or in the last week. But
what is your YouTube channel?
I have another one. My YouTube is the same as the name that they see on this screen. It's W. Leon Artistry.
Is it the best?
It is what I'm signed in as.
Airbrush channel alive.
Of course.
Go, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. It's not the best one alive, but it's pretty informative. If you need some knowledge, if you're willing to sit through that, I'm probably not the most entertaining. I'm not the funniest, not the most entertaining, but I pretty much have something that'll teach somebody something.
How long are you airbrushing for?
5 years. 5 years when I didn't, before that I didn't draw or do any of that cool stuff. So I worked it pretty hard for a while.
Chicken Chinchilla saying, Bill liked the wolf video you did.
Like the wolf. Cool. Yeah, that was pretty quick, easy one. That was, I like painting some of that stuff like that. It's easy, kind of free form, just kind of like make up what you kind of think you want. Hour and 33 minutes. We got way too much time. You know what? I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna scratch all this crap. I'm gonna give me some white paint. I'm gonna paint white paint.
BrushStrokez, how many percentage did you reduce that paint?
Actually, since hearing you talk about Drew Blair not reducing paint, I did it a lot less than normal. I'm probably like 25% maybe now. Reducer. Getting a lot more getting a lot more coverage, getting a lot more done.
Let's see. Charlotte is saying, well, W. Leon, you talk like a teacher. Last battle you teached a lot. That was nice.
Yeah.
Last battle?
Yeah.
I taught anything in the battle.
Yeah, for sure. I learned a lot also from that one.
Well, yeah. I don't know if you're gonna learn anything on this one.
Charlotte is saying, for how long you have been teaching?
How long have I been teaching? Well, last year I volunteered, did some teaching for this group, and I did it volunteer, and it was just to teach art a little bit. And this year they offered me an actual paid position, which doesn't pay a lot, but it's, you know, something, and I was going to have a part-time job for the summer. So yeah, this is my second year teaching with kids, with groups of kids. I have had a couple of individual students, airbrush related in the past, but yeah, nothing.
Pigment Splatter is saying, I'm catching up on the school video tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't get logged in, so I'll be making a YouTube video out of it, because I didn't talk much last night at all on it. So I will eventually get it, you know, downloaded. I'll finish it up, and then I'll get it downloaded. I might get it finished tonight. I'd like to.
Everything by Nick is saying,
Just depends on whether I get a chance to do any painting tonight.
everything by Nick is saying, hooray! Don't erase it, but paint it. Pigment Splatter is saying, W. Leon taught me a lot, a whole lot, over the last 12 months. Many thanks, W.
12 months? I ain't even had a YouTube channel 12 months.
Maybe it's so much information, it feels like 12 months of knowledge, of intense
Probably.
knowledge.
Hey, I'll say this much. People can say whatever they want about my channel, but I packed a ton of actual art into my art tips and advice into each video I do. It's not like I'm just out here painting. Oh, watch me paint. I never could understand why people watch channels that they don't teach you anything. They just paint. And I was like, you know, I mean, I got a couple of speed videos, but that's not every video. So So yeah, I pack a lot of information in it. If you actually watch it, not fast forward through when I'm talking, you might actually pick up something.
How do you know what I do?
Oh, everybody does.
No. Hey, I'm a product of some of your tutelage. I learned from your videos. I like them. I enjoy them.
But you know where I learned all my stuff? MB. That's where I learned everything I know.
What is that standing for, brother?
BrushStrokez knows who I'm talking about. You will too if you think about it. I'm just not going to advertise for them. And I didn't learn anything from
I know what you're saying right now.
I haven't learned a thing from this thing. Man, back went by and checking out his channel. I was like, dude, are you serious
I learned
with
a
that?
lot about haters gonna
Like,
hate.
I painted this portrait in an hour and a half, and I'm like, dude, you should have spent a little bit more time. I didn't say anything. I ain't gone over there and bugged them, but I was just like, no.
It was better saying no, it's been through via Messenger.
Yeah, I haven't. I think the last time I had seen his channel was right after I first started. I watched a few of his videos.
YouTube.
I thought he'd come by and heckle us today. I was kind of hoping, because I could certainly give it back.
Right.
My wife checked him. My wife said, "No, not my husband." My wife tell you I'm a saint. I'm a saint, man.
Do you go? Is that true, bro? Do you go to church and stuff like that?
Not in a while. Not in a long while.
What are you using, brother? Is that white?
Yeah, reduced white, and I'm doing some real subtle kind of trying to anyway. I think I got a little bit too reduced, been a little sloppy with it. But that's all right. I got to get some more color on there. I got to get some more dark on there. I'll get back to that. I'm really, because I didn't draw all my lines in like here and everything, so I'm kind of having to look at my painting and look and see where my lines should be, because, well, I just needed to make it as hard as I could on myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be a bit of a challenge, eh?
Yeah, I should have definitely paid. I should have definitely put in a lot more sketch than I did.
Okay, here's my theory. Whoever made that noise made it intentionally. So we would hear it and find him.
Definitely.
Definitely. Whose compressor is that? Is that yours, WDM?
Probably mine, right? Yeah, mine's running right now.
Airbrushing by Nick is in cooking on contrast now, dudes. And pigment spreaders in. I don't know. I could have so much fun.
Contrast.
Just with a name change.
Did he say something about contrast? What's contrast? We make up some stuff right there. Looks like it belongs. Whoop. Going slow, going slow. I should be burning my butt off so I can get over to that center eye and fix it. It's a wreck. Got you. All right. Hey, well, who stole my microdot stencil I made? Gold Dog. Gold Dog stole my stencil.
I hear my name already. What up?
He stole my stencil.
Sorry, brother, sorry. Airbrushing by Nick is in vivid lights and darks, and that is contrast. Pigment spread is in. I thought it was a funny button on a television. With the emote of a television. Technology. How the hell do you do that emote though?
Yeah, he fancy art terms. You know, I can't understand. I just started last week.
Oh, you can do emotes on the chat. Wow, 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 wow. This computer is the name choice.
Yeah, that's not doing what I want to do.
It's not that long. It's almost Christmas. Looking forward to Christmas this year. Ain't gonna lie.
What are you buying me?
Depends if you win the battle, bro.
Oh, I thought that was a given.
There will be prizes very soon.
BrushStrokez, y'all awful quiet over there.
Gonna get some paint now.
Painting. Why you do that?
Fun.
Chicken's jealous saying stop with the Christmas chat. No! Never! Christmas. Always, the Christmas spirit is always something to look forward to. Need summer first. Yeah, it would be nice to have Christmas and summer combined as one.
Yeah, Christmas and summer combined would be really weird around here.
Do tell, brother.
Well, that's our winter. January is like the coldest month of the year. Yeah, that's why it's dashing through the snow.
Dashing through the snow.
So are you saying at Christmas time it's not cold there?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, I don't know what your seasons are. Where you're at.
We don't even know what our seasons are.
Ready?
Yeah, stop it. It's pocket empty. Yeah. Yeah. It is, brother. It is.
All right, be right back. I gotta go say goodbye, give a hug, all that stuff. We got 1 hour and 17 minutes, and I'm gonna come back and kick some ass. I need to cook food. Oh,
We have two, wet and wet. Pigment splatter. Funny motherfucker. BrushStrokez.
Yo.
The focus is on you right now. Make it interesting. Do some special ninja moves.
Ninja moves.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was Airbrush by Nick is saying big brush strokes. And Chanu is saying I see a face to the left of the eye on BrushStrokez. This looks like Sugo.
love you. See you guys later.
To the left eye.
All right, sorry about that. Okay. What in the world do I got going on here? Oh, Mama gonna take the boys?
Yeah. Sit. Sit. Jackson, sit. Good boy, Rico. Ah. There you go. You're running and free.
All right, sorry, folks. I've been a little distracted.
So you got the house for yourself tonight, though.
Huh?
You got the house for yourself tonight.
Get what for myself?
You got the house for yourself tonight.
Oh no, I won't keep the house. I mean, it's not long. You know, I mean, I have the house alone too much, man. But it is. You know, because I don't work full time. I mean, my paint, you know, so I'm here painting a lot. I get lonely, man. My son, that's my son. That's the only one who's younger.
Was the invite still on of all the people in the
He
chat
doesn't live
to
here.
visit you, brother?
Man, you get ready to come up visit. You're welcome to come visit me anytime.
I will remember that, brother. I will remember.
Let me know. I'll have a spare room ready for you. Now, we ain't the Hilton or nothing. Not a whole lot of fancy going on around here.
Where did you live again?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I hope these look all right because I'm making them up.
Swooping brush and a 4-inch roller. What is a roller? Airbrushing by Nick is saying swooping brush and a 4-inch roller. I was thinking what you can do on the Yupo paper is spray some Intercoat over it if you don't want it to get damaged.
It's a lot of extra work, sure.
True.
Yeah, not been a fan of Yupo. Plus the tear light is like cheap. You buy a sample pack.
Is it also synthetic? Is that also that stuff?
Yeah, it's a synthetic.
Oh.
I guess I need to do a video on it.
Is it like that?
You know, it's not as easy to erase and scratch on. Not as easy to scratch on. But
Good.
you know, when you do scratch on it, like I was showing you last week. I mean, if I did this to Yupo, put my fingers like this, started dragging like that, you know, it would ruin my painting. It would absolutely ruin it.
And if you tape it, do you pull the paint off on that paper?
No, I don't pull tape. I've taped on it.
Oh.
Generally, if I'm working on papers, I'm not doing a lot of taping anyway. But so yeah, you can tape on it. I've done it.
Oh, that's a different way.
It won't pull apart. As a matter of fact, when I get done with this, I can go probably shortly after I get done. I'll be able to walk up to the kitchen sink and run water over it.
Oh, really? Oh, I need to get that stuff.
I got a video of me doing it with like 15-minute old paint.
Ever since that little face is Kenny from South. What face are you guys talking about? Where's the face? Where's the face? I need to know. Feliz Navidad.
What a poor showing I'm making.
You haven't looked at my picture yet, apparently. Unbelievable.
Oh, gotcha.
I gotta use this paper where I can see what I'm painting. I got a glare on my reference. I can't. Might as well just give up. Way I'm going.
Rush, what color is that you are using right now?
Viridian. Viridian.
Who's shooting in my neighborhood? I think somebody's shooting one of the neighbors. Might not be a good thing.
Might not.
Yep, that's definitely gunshot. What the heck? They don't want me coming out there. That's one thing I considered doing for a living after I got hurt. Started thinking I might go be a firearms instructor because I got like all the qualifications for it. But
Oh, Pigment Splatter is saying, suddenly I'm wondering if you two can make this last another hour.
I'm trying to make it last another hour. You want me to go slower? If I need to hurry, let me know. Let's see, I need some, I need some red in that. Desaturated maybe with a little green.
I also noticed that the Terrace slate paper is way more matte than the Yupo. Yupo has a glare in it.
Yes, it's matte.
Yeah. Terrace slate.
Yes, it's definitely a matte finish. But like you, Poe, I will tell you this much, same thing. If you start getting your oily fingerprints on it, you want to make sure you wipe it down before you paint it, because if you get oils on it, you know, it'll leave a... You know what I'm talking about? You ever done that? Like with your Yupo, got oils from your fingers on it, and when you paint it, it kind of created this little weird...
Yeah, a bit like if you don't use silicone remover before clearing, right? Like that effect.
Yeah, kind of a bad little spot.
Let's see. Pigment Splatter saying I must stop putting white paint in my airbrush just before these battles start. It's drying out before I hit the board while listening to the chat. What kind of paint do you use, Pigment Splatter?
I don't think he heard you.
Rock hard paint.
I got that. Yeah. Some of my coloring's a bit off, but we'll survive.
You can't paint and watch the stream at the same time. I tried it and it doesn't work. It is possible.
I do.
Who's it?
The wicked detail with Bill's homebrew reducer. Oh, I need to invest in that homebrew reducer version also. Finally, a bottle of 2 beauty dorlo. What is the chemical name? What was it?
Butoxyethanol 2. Don't call it mine. I mean, I've done it before, but Neil's the one that's kind of going to pioneer that. Neil's probably one that's going to bring that mainstream.
That's going to save a hell of a lot of money.
If it's really expensive there, then I see no reason not to. Like I said, the only reason I don't mess with it is because it's just not that expensive in the grand scheme of things.
Here's the same price as a bottle of paint.
Well, it is here too until you get into the bigger bottles. And when you get into the bigger bottles, you start getting some savings going on.
I get my 8 ouncer here for like $8.
Whoa, that is cheap, brother. Wow.
At Hobby Lobby with a coupon.
That's cheap. Over here, that would cost me around, I think, 20.
Yeah, I buy quarts off of Spray Gunner or wherever I'm ordering. I just buy a full quart. I mean, I have a couple of times bought some at Hobby Lobby, but generally speaking, with reducer, I don't need to get reducer from there. All right, Bill, pull out your paint since you put all your paints in a bottle and box and put them away somewhere else.
Chicky, no, I still can paint because of infection in my arm, so I still need to wait for a needle to fix that problem.
So what kind of infection you got on your arm anyway? What's going on with that?
Yeah, it's like, how do you say that in English? Something with the nerves and yeah, it's not good though. That's the only thing I know. And the doctor will give me a injection, and that will then I need to do therapy. How do you say that? Yeah, recovery and stuff like that, and then I'm good to go. But I cannot lift my arm up many times, so I cannot airbrush that much. And that is not chilled out though. I miss airbrushing.
Brother, I feel you. It sucks.
Yeah. But
yeah, because I got to where I couldn't. Yeah, when I got messed up, I couldn't use my arm, and I messed it up so bad. I was like, man, it was not a good thing at all. Look at him; he's over there going to town putting all.
1 hour remaining.
I got you on your face. Oh yeah, I'm gonna. He's gonna make me look stupid. He's gonna make me look stupid today.
No.
Ginny's saying they both look really good. Bam. Chicky Chichilla saying great detailing brushstrokes. Bill is looking mean and moody.
Yep, he's gonna kick my butt if I don't pop some high gear going on in here. Start doing something for real.
Pigment spreaders.
Oh, it's down to an hour. That means I gotta go. It's time to get to work.
I will refrain from the jokes on sore arms. Yeah, I know what you mean, brother. Okay, sort it out. Yeah, I hope so too. I was thinking about learn to airbrush with my right arm instead of my left arm. If it goes like this. If they cannot fix it. Or airbrush with my feet. I don't give a shit as long as I can airbrush though.
Yeah, so everybody was like, "Hey, couldn't you just learn to airbrush with your left arm?" I was like,
Not challenging. Airbrushing with 2 toes. I wonder if there is an airbrusher in this world that is airbrushing with his feet.
I gotta be careful and not fall in that trap Soul Dog fell into last week, which was getting too worried about the detail and not finishing.
Yeah.
I was like, you too worried about detail and not worried about finishing. Saw my opening.
Yeah, with the battles it is tough to go full details in that amount of time.
You know, that sort of depends on whether you're gonna, you know, if you're trying, how accurate you're trying to be.
Yeah, and
whether you can get away with it.
And if the airbrush is spraying correctly. Then.
Oh yeah, there is that, you know. Of course, if you learn how to mix your paint,
get a Creo so you don't have that problem.
BrushStrokez, the man that you should work for Creos. Be the boss over there.
The thing is, I don't want a PS770 because it's freaking.
I don't even use mine. See, I'm using my Platinum, my $100 airbrushes.
That's what I'm thinking about getting is the Platinum.
They're better than the
2/10.
They're better than the other one.
I need to see how your finger fits on that, how much room it is.
Way more. Like, it's angled.
Because I was able to use a couple of
Look, here you go.
I've been able to mess around with some of the hobby Procom boys, but they've changed up a little bit since then. So, yeah. I haven't been able to see one of the Platinums.
Platinums are my favorite airbrush, by far.
Those are microns.
And so the head
No,
on the Platinum,
not a micron, but it does have a 3-piece head just like the
but it's
micron.
a micron style head assembly on it. But it won't bolt in, but it's built the same way.
And it's got the air inlet and trigger are both angled. Like, I don't know, I love how that is, how it's angled back like that.
Yeah, I was wondering how bad that would mess me up.
I love it.
Does that make a whole lot of difference?
Yeah, to me it does, yeah. Because I hold my thumb up in here like this. I don't know, it just puts my hand back.
Do you got enough room
back
between the cup to put the crux of your index finger?
Yeah. More than here's your airbrush, here's this one. It's about the same, but the thing that I like about the Creos better is the trigger's angled more. Like, instead of being level, angled. You can see that.
Can you also switch that trigger to a Awada?
Yeah. I put my Eclipse handle on here just because it's lighter weight. That's the normal handle on it with the stopper, and it's heavy.
Oh yeah, I would have put it.
And I put this on here. It gives
I like
me
the cutaway, so I would put
forward
handle myself.
So you can mix those airbrushes up.
Yeah.
Although it pisses me off that the Platinum 3.3 is under $100 and the Platinum
Right here.
0.2 is like $25 more. I'm like, that makes. I mean, you know, yeah, I know it's a.
It didn't used to be like that, and I
know. I was like,
and I got mine on what was it? St. Patty's Day. They had like 20% off, so I got mine for cheap. Nice.
Man, we ain't got hardly nobody in here today, it looks like.
It is awfully quiet, but good vibes, though. Yeah, chat is enjoying the show. So from what I've heard, the Krios is a sub-company of Iwata, right? Or something like that. They have like, because they look almost the same.
No.
Yeah, that's...
All Japanese
Here's the thing
airbrushes are made in the same factory. That's what's going on.
Like that.
Yeah, there's only a couple of factories up there that do these, so...
Basically the same people making them.
Yeah. It'd be made in the same... And there's a couple other brands that y'all have never heard of that are only in Japan too, so... I mean, it's not like it's the only one. But yeah, a lot of them... I mean, them patents, like, you know, here's the thing. You know, I love my water. I don't have nothing against the water, but the reality is, Iwata didn't design most of their airbrushes. They only own like 3 patents altogether. Yeah, so Iwata didn't design that airbrush. Like I said, Olympus was around way before Iwata was. And this Micron, like this one, this is the original, you know, this was the original Micron design right here that I'm using. Yeah, Iwata didn't create anything or make anything. They just, you know, started. I mean, yeah, they got their own spec and all that, but they're, you know, I mean, I'm not knocking them because they keep their tolerances, the quality of what I have no complaint about their stuff.
I wonder why those nozzles are so expensive. I don't understand.
Well, I'll tell you what, even the Krios, the 0.2 nozzle isn't real cheap. But
Yeah. It's like 20,
to
18, 20, 25.
25 for the nozzle.
25. I should know I just bought all new nozzles and needles for all 3 of them.
Pigment Splatter saying, BrushStrokez, is this your first major color painting? And if so,
Yeah.
are you enjoying it?
Yes, and then no. Because I screwed up a lot. But I guess I'm actually having fun, like layering colors and seeing what happens, mixing them on the on my picture, which I've never done that before. So it's kind of, I guess it's kind of fun.
Where'd you learn that?
W. Leon Artistry on YouTube.
Hey, I know that guy.
See? Check him
I know
out.
that guy.
He does some good videos. You can learn some.
Sometimes I do watch my own videos and be like, damn, where'd I come up with that shit? Have you ever done that? Like done something and looked at it and been like, well, you know, you knew kind of in your head it should work, but you really weren't sure if it was going to work until you tried it, and then you're like, damn, that's awesome.
Every day, bro. Every day.
But yeah, sometimes I look at my own videos and be like, to remind myself of stuff, because, you know, if I get in that mode, it's funny because when I get in that mode where I'm trying to explain stuff, it forces me to stop and think about, you know, the actual why to do things a certain way. So you really teach yourself a lot doing stuff, showing others.
I agree. Micro header assembly is 150 pounds. That is $160, something like that. Yeah, that is expensive. It ain't cheap. It ain't cheap.
Ah! Dropping crap.
Blue tack. Blue tack. Pigment splatter saying that's another bottle of white paint over the floor, Bill.
That wasn't white paint. It was just producer, so. Yeah, I can't believe this is so quiet here today. Holiday.
Jiggy Jachilla saying it's a learning curve doing a live stream. As you are teaching, you realize how much information you know. True.
I'm just gonna scratch some crap. Like I got time to be putting in details.
Pigment spreader saying, up folks, Bill starting to detail. Is he filling in time or getting close finishing?
Am I filling in time or am I getting close to finishing? I don't know. I really, honestly, truly did not approach today with any plan. So that's not what I would advise. The best way to approach a painting. So I just was like, well, I wasn't real happy with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Excuses. Yeah. Y'all know I don't need no excuses.
I was just trying to make Soul Dog laugh. That's all.
Good vibes, brother. Good vibes.
People didn't come check out the channel today, so
it's tough to get a lot of people in the chat. My channel is way too little for half of the world. Get half of the world in. Need to get the 1,000 subscriber thing. It's tough to get big on YouTube nowadays.
oh, it's a lot harder than it used to be.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows anything about it will tell you the same thing.
Yeah, and they changed another thing on YouTube. The how do you call it? Algorithm. They changed it again, so it is now even tougher to get to grow on YouTube.
Yeah, they're doing this thing where it's like they're promoting the already big channels more, which is, yeah, you know, I watch some tech stuff sometimes. There's a guy, Linus Tech Tips, which is one of the biggest tech guys. He's got one of the biggest tech channels out there. And yeah, he was talking about that, and he's like, you know, he's like, well, you can't say so we're not trying to keep it, you know, anybody down. We're just trying to promote more authoritative voices. He said, you can't promote somebody without, you know, not promoting somebody else. He said, you know, that's just the reality. So, and he's a huge channel. I mean, it's not like he's hurting at all. So, you know, but he's talking about it. He's like, you know, yeah, he's, you know, this is a guy like pick up the phone and call Intel and be like, hey, I need you to send me your new server chips, and I want you to send me this and that, and I'll do a write-up for you. I mean, you know, that's how big his channel is.
Yeah, he was lucky enough to start a bit. He's on YouTube for a long time already.
I don't know how long Linus has been on there, but he's, you know, one of the most popular channels out there, and for tech stuff, and he's, you know, just, yeah, he hasn't been on like really long, but he's been on, I think, 6-7 years. It was definitely easier 6-7 years ago. Anybody who tries to say it wasn't easier 6-7 years ago doesn't know the changes they made. But at the same time, I still think there's room. I think there's space to grow, and I think there's still room. You just suck it up. I mean, all you can do is deal with what's left. You know, what you're dealing with. Yeah, is it harder now? Sure, but
more challenging.
You know, but you know, yes, it's harder, but still, I believe it's possible to, you know, gain some success. Do I think I'll ever make, like, you know, a lock-free fine art, or I'll make a living off of YouTube entirely and make more money than I was ever making before? No. But I think, you know, there's success to be had. But, you know, when I started, I mean, my main goal is to teach people, and that's kind of the importance of growing too. Is my main goal starting this was I felt like there were plenty of channels out there to show you the how they're painting something, but very few people explain why you're doing it in a specific way. They'll tell you, well, you know, if you want to do this, you do this and this, but why? I mean, they're not teaching art. They're teaching airbrush techniques, but they're not teaching any of the art techniques to go along with it. And I'm trying to bridge that gap is what I'm really trying with my channel, to bring in some of that art theory along with the airbrush techniques to, you know, to show the difference, or to show, you know, because regardless of what art you is, what art form you practice, there's color theory and there's, you know, art things you can understand about shape, value, structure, form, all that stuff applies no matter what you're painting with.
That is 100% true.
And I just don't think most people in the airbrush world, of course, and I know it's because most airbrushers are pretty freaking lazy about it, and you know, some of them don't care at all. As long as they learn how to paint some true fire, dude, they're like, oh, true fire, I'm gonna be rich. No, you're not. The only way you be rich painting true fire is if you go back in a time machine.
Yeah, back in the day, that was the moneymaker.
Real Michael value to it.
You know, and Mike, you know, Mike is responsible for well, Mike's technique is what blew up on the circuit, but it also involved a bit of luck. If he hadn't run into Chip Foose,
let me see the chat. What's it, brothers?
I was watching. I've heard him tell that story a few times.
yeah, if he hadn't run into Chip Foose when he did, you know, somebody else would have grabbed that, because he wasn't the only one doing fire stuff. I mean, he just was the first to break it to the market and make it mainstream. Then, you know, it's nothing against Mike. Mike's, you know.
You're talking about Mike from the Orange Forum, right? That Mike.
No, Mike Lavelli. Mike Lavelli, he's considered like the father of true fire, you know, as it stands today. And he is in a lot of ways, and he's definitely responsible for causing for a lot of it. But at the same time, he met Chip Foose at a trade show by accident.
Him fixing one of his cars.
Yeah, and it wasn't even Chip that he met at first. It was somebody else that, saw the car was scratched. He fixed a chip in some pinstriping for this guy that he didn't even know who he was, Chip Foose. And Chip Foose is like the god of custom cars from way, way back. And, you know, he was already huge name. So when it came to the custom car world. So, then he was able to do a little true fire thing for Chip Foose, and then Chip Foose flew him out there and, you know, got him to paint some cars out of his shop. And, well, you know, you paint a car out of Chip Foose's shop, there's going to be a lot of eyes on it. Not really sure what I'm doing right now. I'm just like fiddling away at this thing.
What's up in the chat?
Chicken Chinchilla saying both of you are really going for it. Never seen them work this fast. Pigment Spreader saying
somebody wanted
this next half hour is gonna be the clincher.
Clincher. The clincher.
Pigment Spreader saying I want to learn skills. Hey. Yeah, colored or black and white. Folks, would you think this piece is a good introduction piece for a student?
Yeah, because there's a lot of different things going on. I feel like I've learned a lot from this painting already. More whatnot too, but
hey, I'm still learning what not to do. We're supposed to be almost done. Whoa, don't do that.
It was better. Anyway, keep screwing it up. Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, Pigment Splatter, I can teach you skills in my solo live streams. I'm gonna change my studio, make it even more quality-wise, a bit better and stuff like that. And then I will be solo live streaming again. been a while.
Yeah.
I have to look at the screen that I'm broadcasting on to see what my painting looks like. Isn't that it? You ever get like that where you just like can't even look at your painting and you're just like, I don't even want to look at my painting?
I got you, brother. I will teach you a school. I will do a mini series for you. Yeah, my phone is messed up. I dropped it so many times. The entire keyboard is not what it should be. Everything Nick is saying, dark and moody and bright and crispy. Pigment spread is saying, oh, ik really word het ook leuk. Tamos, ah! Blues. Is that cerulean blue, brother?
I think so.
Was that the mouse again, brush?
Okay. Nikki.
Always blaming the brush. Always blaming his airbrush.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough
Oh,
one
we
to
still
choose.
got 30 minutes. I thought for some reason I thought we was down to like 17 minutes. I was about to jack up this paint. I was just like, I'm throw some crap down now.
The middle one. Right. Put the mouse out of it. Yeah.
Ja.
fully focused. Fully focused once again. Driving home.
I've totally gone off of reference, but I think my skin is starting to look pretty reptilian, kind of.
What did you say, brother?
Said I've gone way off reference, but I think it's looking pretty reptilian.
It's better. It's a mid high.
When you don't actually draw it all out ahead of time, you just got to get by with pure talent.
I got some if you want to borrow.
What'd he say? Hold on, my
That was the biggest burn of all the lab battles.
What'd he say? He's got my what?
I said I've got some of that if you want to borrow it.
Oh, some talent. You got some talent? Oh, dude, I could use some talent. I always could use some talent.
Just playing. I'm just playing. I'm keeping it all.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll remember that crap. They done got my feelings hurt.
I love you, man.
Yeah, so does your girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, she's putting a whooping on you right now.
Dang it. Man, I'm over here looking for colors. I should be in here painting. I probably should have just done this with the, what you call it, the bloodline colors.
Ooh, how'd you know what to put
really,
in?
bloodline colors would
How'd
probably
you know
really
what I
well in this.
Oh, Tim Gore. Tim Gore.
Again, I need to use them up anyway because I don't use them for regular painting, so I don't, because they suck. They suck unless you like to work straight out of the bottle.
You can reduce them.
Oh no, you can reduce them. I don't mean that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about mixing colors. Mixing colors. It does not like mixing 2 or 3 colors. They get real muddy real fast.
Now the approach on that line is completely different than the illustration.
First time I'm using it. Well, this painting.
You using the what?
This is the first time I'm using that paint.
What do you? Which paint?
Bloodline.
Oh, you're using bloodline colors on this?
No. Red, blood red right now. Well, I mixed it in with the red.
I do like the red
I was
because
just using-
the Createx illustration red, the standard red, I think is just a little bit pushed to the orange side. It's not a true primary, but I still haven't had no trouble mixing it.
We're talking about the Scarlet, right? Of the illustration.
Mm-hmm. Scarlet and the Carmine, I'm like, that's not a true primary. But neither one of them are like, they're both a little bit more biased towards the orange end of the spectrum, and it just, I've never had any real trouble mixing with them, but if I try to lay them just as a red for themselves, I'm always kind of disappointed. But that's my only real complaint. You know, the reason I use illustration a lot is just because, you know, I use illustration a lot just because of the ease of mixing colors with them. Because the color palette is just if you get the color wheel set, just like I've got every color I need to mix. I rarely have to mix more than 2 colors together. Saves time. I know what colors I'll mix up and match up, you know, pretty much. So it's just convenient. It's just convenient on a color, from the color mixing standpoint. He did a really good job of designing the color layout for it. I can't fault that. All right, I got 23 minutes. I need to get my butt in here.
I really want to learn the Drew method on color theory and with the illustrations. That seems very interesting.
It's well, I won't. I've never taken a class, so I know a little bit of some of it because I know a lot of people that have gone to the class. And
Is it?
I mean, a lot of it is standard color theory. He's just packaged it in a really well understandable format. And he's got a few of his own little quirks with it, but a lot of it is pretty much based on color theory. But you know, he packages it in a way that saves you forever. You know.
So it is not a completely new, different system.
I mean, nothing's new, dude. You know, the reality is nothing's completely new. I mean, color's been around way too long for all of a sudden there to be a new something. I mean, there's just not. There's just only, you know, but he's got it packaged together, you know, where if you were to go on your own, like, and I did, I went on my own digging through color theory books and stuff for a long time. And, oh my God. They don't make it easy at all. But, you know, it's like they do everything they can to try to make you have to have an entire textbook to learn about color if you go into traditional art channels. And it's like, you know, they do everything they can to make it difficult to understand.
Let's see the chat.
I need to do a quick color, or I need to do a couple of color videos again. I had a couple on YouTube Live or Facebook Live a long time ago. A couple color theory. Now I ain't gonna say I'm comparable to Drew Blair because I'm not. You know, he's been doing this a long time and he's got his system down to a, you know, an exact.
Everything what I can say, color theory, put it in and squirt it out.
Well, it really helps, you know, and you don't have to know everything. You just need to know some basics, you know, to where you can, I mean, give you a general rough idea where to go with it. I mean, you know, knowing, I mean, that's why I rarely have to mix colors. In this particular case, I've got my colors shifted a little off, but, you know, I generally don't have to mix any colors in the bottle. I do everything, you know, everything I do is usually mixing my colors on there and knowing if you mix these two colors together, what it's going to look like, you know, is really useful.
So what do you think about the grayscale kit with this the 3 primary colors of
the CMYK kit? I have not used it yet.
That is.
I know CMYK color, the Grissel method.
That's a printer's job.
Yep.
Steve Gibson's, the Grissel method. I know a little bit about Grissel from traditional art, which is where he got it. He's a traditionally trained artist. So I know a little bit about the Grissel method. I've not.
Those paints are so different than the normal illustrations. It's unbelievable. They work really different.
I can't figure them out.
I have not played with them yet. I don't know. I want to
Oh, you should try.
because I would never be
You should
able.
try that out, brother. I really, it is. It's pretty awesome. But you need to practice it though. It's a different approach.
Oh no, I have no doubt that I would have to put in some time.
I did my first picture with some of the grizzle. With yourself.
Oh, that picture with the bouquet.
No. Well. I guess I did another one.
Another one. And
I forgot I used some of it on there. I did a portrait of my grand.
oh, did you do that with the Guasso kit also?
Yeah.
Man, your colors are so vibrant. It almost looks like we're working off two different references.
Mhm.
Of course, that's possible because I bet you if I pull this up, because I'm actually working off a printed piece instead of off of my tablet. So it could be I'm off colors.
Do you hear that, BrushStrokez?
I'm printed too, yeah, but I don't hear excuses. I'm printed too. Here's my print.
Oh, no tablet?
Nope.
Also.
Where's your print? Let me see. Yeah.
Asian techniques. So how's the blood red doing?
It's not bad. The spray's different, that's for sure.
Yeah, they are not as smooth spraying.
Semi-opaque they are.
Yeah, I got a set, and it's mainly just that here of the bloodlines. Not so much because of the way they spray, just because the colors aren't mixable, very, very mixable. But you know, I can't complain because it's actually, if you go to their website and read it, it says they're a tertiary color that do tend to get muddy quickly.
It's
I mean, it tells you that.
Made for special effects, really. Painting.
Yeah, I mean the palette he's got is great for what he does, and for that type of gore and stuff like that, the palette's great. Disease blue, and that stuff. I mean, that's saved because you can't mix. I mean, it takes you burn up a lot of white mixing those baby blues. Pink, the one color I'm glad they have, but I'm not happy with the way it works out. The only color I really love out of it is the yellow ochre, because it's the one color I always wished they'd have included in the set of Drew Blair's, set, the original color wheel set, because it's one of my favorite colors to use. I love yellow ochre. I use ochre and umbers all the time on animals.
How would you mix a yellow ochre with just illustration colors? So without the actual ochre thing?
Without an actual ochre, how would I mix a yellow ochre?
Simple.
Well,
Yellow.
I would mix, to get to an ochre-ish color, I would mix straight with illustration, yellow, and burnt sienna. Just yellow and burnt sienna would get real close.
Does that not go a bit too orange, you think?
No, because your yellow's just brightened up. I mean, your ochre is supposed to have a little bit of an orange tint to it. It's supposed to. So, and the Create X Illustration yellow is a very vibrant yellow, so it really,
Let's see. The dragon is breathing fire. As Cheeky is in BrushStrokez picture. Airbrushing ben ik is in Dragon Fate. Pigment splatter biscuit. Always talking about damn biscuits, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, question now for him is going to be whether he's going to pull all them white lines back before in the next 15 minutes. Got a lot of good bright colors in there. Yeah, I need to get a few dollars, and I'm gonna pick me up one of them Creos Platinum and see how I like it. If I really like it, I'll get
You're gonna love it.
a couple of them. I like the idea of having that head assembly that's, you know, similar to the Micron style head assembly. I really like that idea.
You'll notice it when it sprays.
Yeah, I can't.
Awesome. So good.
I don't think it'll make me give up my eclipses because I still think it's going to be a softer spray. Than
I know
my
you will.
Eclipse does.
No. 0.3 will put some wicked black through it without reducing it.
Whoa.
These things are wicked, I'm telling you.
But yeah, I mean, I may give up using a Micron altogether if I'm happy with the 0.2. Because to be honest with you, it's a very rare circumstance I need to pull out my Micron at all as it is. And, you know, all right, 10 minutes, 39 seconds. I need to pay attention to time now. But it's a rare circumstance I really need to pull out my Micron. I mean, I'm using it today because my Eclipse is over there. I've blown a needle bearing or something. And I know people, that people are like, oh, them Eclipses, them airbrush. Well, man, y'all just don't realize the
10 minutes remaining.
Like sometimes if I'm painting and I need to paint something like I'm doing, sometimes I'll be doing commissions, and if I'm sick and don't feel like painting, I'll walk away, leave my airbrush full of paint, just walk away and go to bed. And be like, see ya.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't think I'm going to break down my airbrushes and clean them anymore. That's the only time I have problems. I always clean them with the reducer anyway before I put them away. That's all I use to clean them with.
Oh, I don't break down my airbrushes unless I have to. I've had to a lot lately and not happy about it.
They say if you break down your airbrush, the seals are, you will never get the same airbrush again, except if you use beeswax and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got some now.
But the head on that Creos is going to have an O-ring like you have on your Micron, right?
Yeah.
I got my splatters in. I got my coffee coming out of the machine as we type. Oh, that's a good. I need to get me some coffee too, brother. Coffee!
I need a coffee too.
Even kijken. Chicken Chiller say no, never go to bed with a dirty airbrush. You have to clean way too much the next day. Yeah. Depends.
I just crank up the air pressure and pour a bunch of reducers through it, backflush it a bunch.
Yeah, you know, everybody says stuff like that, but you ought to see these guys working t-shirt shops and stuff.
Well, yeah, not those. I don't even touch. I haven't even took those apart. My t-shirt airbrushes for a long time, a year probably. They just sit out there with paint bottles attached to them.
Yeah, never. Yep. You pick it up, if it starts blowing out bad, you just stick a bottle of reducer in there and blow it, and then go back to work. That's it. Put a little more depth in these scales up here than what shows in the reference picture, but I think that adds to the picture.
Airbrush by Nick is saying, and there's me painting a couple of t-shirts with a micron. Yeah, I would do the same.
I got 3 Eclipses, a Vega, and an Anthem for that.
Yeah, what is the main main airbrush for t-shirts? The Eclipse?
Yeah, I got 3 of them. Well, 4 if you count my gravity feed.
Harder and Steinbeck Infinity with a 0.4. Well, that airbrush is one of a kind. That entire brand is something else. My first 2 years of airbrushing, I used more. I think 3 years I used the Harder and Steinbecks. Very nice startups to start with those airbrushes.
Oh,
0.50? What kind of airbrush is that though?
yeah, Harder and Steinbeck goes to a 0.515. That's the tightest one ever.
Yeah. The Infinity also. That black version of the Harder and Steinbeck, that light, that very light airbrush, that is a crazy airbrush to order. What is the name of that one?
Chameleon. Chameleon.
Oh, I only got 3 minutes. I gotta find that color paint I need. Come on, Bill.
The Evolution AL. That airbrush.
Mm-hmm.
The Harder and Steinbeck Evolution AL. That is the lightest airbrush in the market. Awesome airbrush.
Ain't no Creos.
You really should try to get a job at Krios' office, brother.
Come on. Only got 2 minutes, Bill. Not time for this shit. Come in if you're knocking on my door. People knocking on the door. I can't answer that right now. Mark, come on in. Sorry about that noise, boy, guys. I was. One minute, 33 seconds to finish this, so I'll be with y'all in a second. Company.
Pigment splat. Yeah, that's a black one. Yeah. Only 1 minute remaining.
Boys aren't here.
What are you gonna do today, Bill? Any plans?
Whatever my wife tells me. Yeah, I got some friends coming over. I got a friend of mine wants to do some, get into painting Gundam models. So he's gonna probably check out some airbrush and stuff with me. Him and his wife just walked in the door. That's who you heard me yelling at. 24 seconds.
Not tried that one yet. Yeah, you should. That is a buy. You should buy that one. Pigment splatter. Airbrushes, please lay your airbrush down. The live airbrush battle has officially been finished. Ladies and gentlemen, please vote for your favorite artist in the upcoming poll.
Mine is down.
Alright. That was awesome. But now, it is time to vote. Alright, let's start the systems. Gentlemen, can you position the camera a bit? Like that the picture is a bit in frame?
I wish I could see my camera.
Alright. BrushStrokez, can you tilt it a bit to the left?
Oh, God.
Bit up. Or down. The camera a bit down.
Yeah.
Alright.
Keep them out of here.
Brush, can you lift, or tilt your camera a bit?
1 more minute.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Alright, the voting system. Alright, let's see how that goes. Blah and blah. Chat, what you guys can do is go to this link. I will copy that in the chat. and then you can decide for who you want to.
But Nick says, but DUT.
Let's see. Bam. Alright. Is this wrong? Yeah. Alright, so that is the link where you can vote for your favorite artist. Bam. Wow. The voting is on.
It doesn't. My YouTube still says only 3 people are in here, so that's pretty.
No, we got around 70,000 people watching at this moment.
Yeah.
William Hall is saying, where do we vote? Yeah, I put a link in the chat.
In the comments.
Welcome to the stream, William. Welcome.
Yeah. Hope you were here the whole time. I know you enjoyed it last time.
Oh, I put a better light on.
80% for BrushStrokez, 20% for W Leon. What is gonna happen next?
I'm gonna lose.
Charlotte is saying one is earthly, one is mystical. Mystical. William Moore saying, yeah, I was here, love these battles.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, and this is also, I want to do a quick announcement. This is going to be the last battle that I'm going to do on this channel for a couple of months. Because I want to go bigger and start a tournament and make it all even more fancy with prizes to win. But it needs some time. But that is what's gonna happen.
Oh, I got another vote. I gotta go vote for myself. I'm getting slaughtered here.
You can vote for yourself.
All right. Spamming the vote. How many people voted?
His vibrancy is better on.
10 votes already in.
How many viewers?
7 million.
Said 10 votes are in?
Yep.
How the heck?
Yeah, 10 votes, bro.
I'm gonna lose this one.
So there's a couple more people that haven't voted.
Alright, 7 votes for BrushStrokez, 4 votes for W Leon. Charlotte is asking, what will you guys do with your finished piece of the Dragon Eye?
Sell it right here.
Well, speaking of that, Leon, I got a question for you. Do you mind if I make a print of yours? I actually have Soul Dogs on the wall next to mine, and I'm gonna print out Mouth of Madnesses as well and get his on the wall too. So
message me later. I'll send you the original. You can have it.
So that's what I'm doing, Charlotte. I put them on the wall next to my competitors. Right.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless somebody just decides to buy it right here, you can have it, and I'll make you a print if somebody buys it right now. I'll put it through the scanner because it'll fit through the scanner.
I work at a place that sells copiers and printers.
Gentlemen, you guys did an amazing job on this piece. Respect.
But yeah, I have had no plans for it. It's not like this piece probably, I'd probably sell, but it's going to sell like cheap. It ain't going to be, just because people won't buy it on paper like that for any real money. So,
Big Splatter is doing.
at least not.
Big Splatter is doing a fair offer, brother.
Biscuits.
One Jamie Dodger and a Bourbon.
So yeah, I used to do a lot of them paint valves, those 5x7 paint swaps. I got some paintings up there in the UK. I got paintings from the UK. I got paintings. Actually, I sent one to the Netherlands. There's a guy in the Netherlands got one of my paintings. I've got some in Australia. One in South Africa. So.
Free custard creams. All right. So BrushStrokez is the official winner, ladies and gentlemen. W. Leon, you got your
Third time's the charm.
I got a whooping. How did that make you feel, so
I will cry in the corner once again.
Now you're in last place.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for voting.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was the live Airbrush battle once again. And I'm gonna quit the battles for some time. And I'm gonna start a completely new live Airbrush battle because I'm far from done. This is only the beginning. I wanna start a big tournament with a lot of airbrushes, with prizes to win, with houses to buy, all of that good stuff. But it takes some time to create the systems and go into the matrix and all that, meet Morpheus and have a cup of tea with him.
The Matrix.
Yeah, so it takes some time, but I think within 2 to 3 months I will be back with a completely new battle concept, and it's gonna be bigger and better than ever. That I can guarantee. We're far from that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank y'all, everybody, in this amazing journey of live battling, and also the chat for always giving the positive vibes, and of course the airbrushes. W. Leon, thank you, brother.
Yep, thank you.
BrushStrokez, thank you, brother.
So you gonna just swap with me, BrushStrokez? Or are you gonna keep yours too?
Just send a good picture of yours and I'll make a print of it. But that's what I want to do.
Yeah, Chucky, I will first arrange all the things that I need to do for that battle tournament thing. But alright, I will write it down. Yeah, is Morgan Freeman gonna be there? I called him the other day, and there is a great possibility. Yeah, maybe he can do the hosting. Oh, awesome. A little tour in the studio.
Oh, y'all want a studio tour? Well, here is my ghetto. I'll go ahead and show y'all my ghetto filter. Actually, I know it's just a little extreme. I got a filter. I got a box filter behind that, a HEPA filter behind that. And then it's actually cut. It goes up the wall. And then I've got that right there mounted up, and it pulls the overspray in through those two sets of filters, then comes out and shoots it out. And that takes care of like 90% of my overspray now. That's why I changed my easel, because I liked what I had, but I couldn't draw the overspray back enough. Now this keeps the So yeah, so that's
pretty quiet also.
That's my little easel setup. It's just an old door. It's an old closet door. Like I said, shoots up, and then there's a hole runs up the wall there, so it's all blocked off to a container and pulls it out and pulls the air out, and it's just filtered. So I don't use urethanes in here. So then of course I got that shelf. I gotta finish working on my easel. Set my setup. So I got a big mess going on in here. Then I got my desk, which is a total wreck right now, my computer, and then we got all this crap. And then this is my wife's desk. And then the stuff's flying out on the floor now, but yeah, I got this big double-doored shelving in here for storing crap, and the whole bottom of it
Awesome, brother.
is all my wife's stuff, every bit of it.
Big Miss Better saying I gotta scoot. Catch you all later. Take care. Yeah, brother. Hey, thanks for watching the live stream. Live battle.
Yep.
And
same thing to me. I got company, so I got to get out of here.
Let's.
We appreciate y'all stopping by.
And yeah. God damn. Alright, brothers. Hey, thank you for joining the live battle. Respect. And thank you all, chat.
Right.
And soon the tournament will be on. And have a good day over there, ladies and gentlemen.
Later.
Keep those brushes stroking.
You like that, don't you? Eyebrows are even black. Have my aunt put it on. Makeup. Yeah, it's not really dyed. The eyebrows aren't. Yeah, like these. I was listening to dubstep before a lot of you were wearing diapers, alright? Which means before you were born!
Airbrush. Battle. Souldogairbush live airbrush battle, yeah.
You like that, don't you? Like that, don't you? You like that, don't you? See, my eyebrows are even black. Have my aunt put it on. Makeup. Yeah, it's not really dyed. The eyebrows aren't. Yeah, like these. I was listening to dubstep before a lot of you were wearing diapers, alright? You like that, don't you?
airbrush pen.